Hey Alan, let's take a look at your sketchbook here. Your thumbnail's looking really good. I really like how you're exploring the same idea more than once. In fact, you took it a step further and picked some that you liked and drew those more than once. I mean, not just one that you liked. You drew multiple ones I mean, overall, what I'm seeing, what I'm getting to, is that you're really exploring these ideas and you're really having fun with it. And you're not just drawing one pose and moving on. You're taking one pose and saying, okay, what if it was like this? What if this pose was like this? And you're really taking that to heart, and you're getting that down, and that's great. Some really interesting ones. Like I love a lot of the natural quality that you're getting in some of these poses. Some of my favorites are like this one, just really nice and natural. I like that you're exploring this one from both angles. Like you're thinking of what would it look like from the front, what would it look like from the back. You know, just a lot of exploration here, and I love seeing that. I love that you're getting these ideas down and not just stopping at one, but continuing forward and really thinking about it that way. So that said, the one that you picked, like my only note is that the one that you picked here. I mean, I really like this one a lot, but I feel like you could draw this even more than like, you know, you have this one, and then you elaborate it a little bit more with this one. Now that you've said, okay, I'm going to pick that one, draw that a few more times. Just say, okay, like what if I extended that line of action a little bit more? What if I made it more straight? What if I like pushed him more in this direction? What if I, you know, just play with that line and see how you can exaggerate it on paper, because again, that's part of that exploration process. I mean, you're definitely on the right track here, but that's my only advice is to do that with these poses. Your thumbnails look really good. I feel like you could get even more stick figure with them and kind of even loosen up more. But it looks like you're very comfortable with this drawing style, so I'm not going to say, you know, if you feel like you're getting these out very quickly, but that's totally fine. But you know, usually if I'm drawing a pose, it's not to, like, I'm not going to put much volume in that pose. I'm not going to put like any little details or anything like that. I'm just going to make basically a stick figure and we're going to do whatever this is doing. But like, yeah, like you can go a long way with just like a stick figure and thinking of it more in like a loose way will help you to like to get these ideas down very quickly and not really concern yourself with any part of the drawing. But again, like I said, you look pretty comfortable with what you're doing here, so I'm not going to give you too much of you know, I'm not going to say like if you can get these out quickly, then that's totally fine. But if you feel like maybe you're spending too much time on them, then loosen it up a little bit. Like this one, I feel like you know, it's very loose. You don't even need to go in and ink these out even. Like they're rough and sketchy and stick figuring or whatever. Like if they're loose, then that's even better, because that means that you're not spending too much time on them. Because again, you're not going to show these to anybody. This is more about you getting in it. Even though you are showing these to people right now, in the professional world, you would just draw them for yourself, and it's like your little book of ideas, and just getting those down and saying, okay, this works, this doesn't, okay, you know, just work with that and get it down like that. That said, let's take a look at your pose here and how that came out. All right, that's looking pretty good. See something here, like, yeah, I'm just trying to take like a mental picture of that, because I like the attitude that your character had. It was a little bit more, like I felt the line, let me go back one more time. Yeah, there is a line like this. And it's an interesting pose because it's like that like chest out confidence sort of thing. It's not like slinking against that bar. So let's go back thinking. And you have that there, that line. I like what's happening here. I feel like maybe, let's try a few things here. Let's bring the neck out. That's one. Just raise the head with that control, with the translation control. I really love the head direction and everything, like the way that where the eyes, if there were eyes in this character, where they're being where they would be going. I really like that. I just think that you can extend that neck out, just because again this character is more about extension and less about like compression. So we want to bring that neck out and show that in the silhouette. So go ahead and take that control and raise it up a little bit. I feel like, let's see, like that, like I'd almost like to see this arm overlap through the body a little bit, because I feel like it's almost forced out. And then, yeah, it's pretty nice natural hand pose. Like it's okay if the body comes over that a little bit more. Like you're getting exaggeration here, and that's good. But I feel like it's like you're trying a little bit too hard to keep that hand and arm away from that silhouette. And so we're going to read this in silhouette. If it's overlapping through the body, we know that that arm is extending there, and this just gives us a little bit more of a natural feeling with that. And then this is pretty good. Like I would bring this leg down. So I'm basically moving things a little bit closer. And yeah, I like what this leg is doing here. That's good. I think all that stuff's working. I'm just trying to bring it a little bit closer to the bar, just to make it feel a little bit more comfortable with what's happening there. I mean, I like the exaggeration, but it's almost like the body is forced out a little bit too much to make it feel like there's that fine line between exaggeration and natural, and this is going a little bit more towards like pushing a little away from that natural feel. So, and this is pretty good. One thing about the hand, like I would avoid extending the fingers out like that, just because it doesn't feel like a natural hand pose to me. Like I'd say you can get the same sort of feel with the hand like that. Just rotate the wrist down. So instead the wrist is doing that, and then the hand is doing, I just drew over it a little bit too much. But like you're still getting the same gesture, but you're getting it again in a more natural way, like with the hand, with the wrist down and the hand a little bit more natural like that. So overall, it's a great pose. I mean, I think it's all working really well, and there's some good stuff in here. It's just a matter of tweaking a few things to work with it. But yeah, great work, Alan. That's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.